Hello. Welcome.
So imagine
we
your room is a vacuum,
imagine your room is a
and-
vacuum.
and you were to throw a tennis ball at the wall.
Yeah.
What? Why would I throw a tennis ball at my wall?
I don't understand where the vacuum comes into this. Also, what part of the vacuum is the wall?
Hold on,
The
guys.
tube? Is the tube the wall?
No, like a vacuum. Like
Oh, my room. It's in a vacuum. Alright.
Yeah, you're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, it
Alright.
must be a
Yeah.
pretty big
you are in
vacuum.
the vacuum that is your room. Yeah.
Yeah.
It must be a pretty big vacuum if I'm in it.
Yeah.
True. But if you were to throw a tennis ball, it would bounce around forever, and that's the same
Well,
way the
That's not true.
No, that's not true at all.
Oh.
There are losses when it bounces on the wall.
Also gravity.
What I'm trying to say is that
Well, gravity wouldn't matter for energy
sound
losses, though.
When it bounces around your room and creates reflections of your voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't believe that reflections actually exist.
Yeah.
I've seen no proof of it.
All I'm
Maybe
saying
he's
is,
a vampire. He doesn't see his
I want
reflection in the mirror.
poetry. I want poetry to go get like a heavy quilted blanket and put over his
Yeah.
head and mic.
Oh,
And
okay.
maybe sounds better.
classic
Let's
old
actually
school
try that
style,
right now.
yeah.
Hold on, 1 second. I'll be right back.
And I just want
Say
Lamer
hi
to
to the
walk
stream.
in while he's like underneath all of this, like hiding underneath it with the computer.
No,
Hey,
that's-
Lon has a point. If you're in a room that's a vacuum and you bounce the tennis ball on the walls to see the reflections and you die because of the vacuum, are there really any reflections?
Yeah.
So you're
Yeah.
saying kill your audience so there's nobody to hear the
I
bad
have-
audio.
Yeah. If everyone is dead, there's no reflections.
I have this big blanket. It's not quilted, but it's like pretty. It's a thick comforter. Let me
Yeah,
see.
I mean that will
Alright.
be just fine.
And I will say, if you have an open drink, first thing you do is get that the fuck away from whatever you're doing right now.
Thank you.
What's
Yeah.
that stain on the blanket?
Okay. There's no stain.
I think we both know what that is, Tart.
Okay.
No. Hello?
Hello. Does that sound?
Well, now you've gone closer to the mic. You
Okay.
can't get so...
Well,
yeah.
here. This is like roughly.
Put it all over everything.
It is over everything. I'm buried under here. Oh god.
Honestly, your voice does sound more isolated now.
Alright, yeah. What about now? I'm like in a little
Yeah.
cave of my
It's
own
much
creation.
more isolated.
Alright,
It's
now
definitely
just
not
stream like
perfect,
this.
but it's definitely less accurate.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
stream like this now. Like, no.
What type of test was this? We knew that this was gonna work. We know what
Yeah.
the problem
I wanted to
is.
see how much
It wasn't a test for the sake of it working or not. I want to see how he sounds if he actually has decent audio.
So, alright. So the
I just wanted to see poetry look like an idiot.
yeah. So,
Well, there you go,
that-
I guess.
I was oh yeah, you know what's funny? That reminded me of something. And Craig Ox probably knows this because he's watched Matt Colville enough. But so did you guys know that nice. Did you know that like in some old school D&D groups, and when I say old school, I mean like original D&D, like with Gary Gygax, like some of the original D&D played in like the 70s. The DM would actually have a screen between them and the players, like a blanket up or something, or a curtain. And the idea was that it should all be like theater of the mind, right? But then like nowadays people would be like, that's fucking weird, and kind of, like, you know.
Well, yeah, people use expressions in in-person games
Yeah.
to help play characters.
Don't do that.
Yeah, that's
Well,
dumb.
and also it's like I think also
Why would they do that?
people value like face-to-face interaction, because that's part of the reason when you're doing in
There
like,
was also
in-person
the
D&D,
fact that
you know?
old D&D was very much more combative, so like keeping an entire like screen in front of you so that they can't even get a glance at what you're doing
Yeah.
was kind of expected.
Yeah.
I guess to be fair, if the stereotypes are right about old D&D players, I wouldn't want to see the DM either.
Bruh. That's funny.
You don't want to be near this
Yeah, I
stuff
mean,
anyway.
having to see poetry's face is bad enough.
yeah.
They're taking like all of their notes to the bathroom with them because players would just like look back then.
Testing.
If you left it out.
Alright. I was getting my mic was a little too loud, I think. Are we good now, chat? Does my voice sound good compared to theirs volume wise?
Are you comfy, Tartarus?
Very.
That's nice.
So
Give us a bellowing laugh.
ho, 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 ho.
Wasn't nearly loud enough.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
not
peek
loud.
your mic.
I could deep throat it.
No.
Sure.
No, I'm
if
good.
that
I-
peaks it.
So we're gonna go ahead and get into the game, and I don't know how much recap is really necessary.
Oh, I remember that we're fucked.
If I wanted to be mean, I could just
I'm not even opening the game.
if I,
I'm rolling
remember that we
dice
are-
in person only.
I remember what happened at the end. I know we're gonna get rolled.
I
Oh,
think
I could hook up a webcam and make all of my dice rolls in person.
I think we could roll
No.
nothing but natural
I don't-
20s, and the enemy could roll normally, and we'd still be in trouble.
I don't have a webcam, so I can't show
I can roll for you,
in-person
Drag.
dice rolls.
I
I would want to use my dice.
Alright,
Because my
chat.
dice are cool.
Chat, should we
Send
do
me-
a prediction?
Send me your dice, and I will roll them for you.
But I want my dice.
We should do a
Well,
prediction, chat.
Send yourself.
Will
Alright,
send
alright.
yourself.
I will do a prediction.
you can do the prediction. I'll let you decide what it is.
Alright.
So
Start prediction.
All right. How about this poetry?
I
Give
forgot
me a
what it
number on a 20-sided die. If I roll that number, I'll make only in-person rolls.
okay, 3.
It was 14.
Maybe next time.
Alright, prediction live. Will someone die? Someone meaning a player.
Yeah, I was gonna say someone could be
that's-
like,
That's the easiest prediction of all time.
will a player character die today? So, yeah. we
Here,
don't
do you
really-
want me to specify it?
No,
wait,
it's
wait,
fine.
Drag, are you
I mean-
playing your other game?
Not today, no.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
then this is the easiest prediction of all time.
Alright, I'll delete this prediction real quick. And I'll specify it.
So,
Because Drag is definitely going to die.
so here's the dealio, right? Is we don't. There's not really too much to recap. You guys made it to the town. You for a while kind of debated whether or not you were actually gonna bother going into the town at all, and for a while you were like, yeah, we should go around. But then I think like Rook was like, let's charge in there. No, I think
We were like,
multiple
we
people-
were as players like, well, fine, we'll bite the bait.
I think Tart was in the end Tart was convinced not to, but then the group found out that the attack is like currently ongoing. So I think you all kind of changed your minds. I don't think it was really any one person who changed.
Yeah, the thing is, if it had been already done, there would have been no good reason to go in unless they were like actively killing people.
Yeah, and like no, like by charging in there, you did like the village right now is actually being secured, right? Like, it's just that you kind of have your own stuff going on. Yeah. So does anyone want to roughly describe what happened in that battle, the first part of that the battle here?
I killed things, the end.
Yeah. Torgir did actually like you got like 3 chains in a row on Chaos.
Yeah, it was pretty epic.
Yeah.
Let's see. We ran in, saw just absolute carnage, and all of the defenders getting pushed back. Big old bear, presumably a werebear or something. I don't know. Like a big ass bear ran out, getting attacked by undead, and is I think still actively dying right now.
Yeah, it's sitting there on the ground.
Yeah. So we fought like a bunch of undead, a big old undead ogre, and some wights and a necromancer. That was fine.
I
But
saw
then,
the 62 stud and I almost lost my shit.
Yeah, no.
But then conveniently, a griffin swooped down and grabbed 2 important NPCs:
Yeah.
the
So,
captain and elf lady.
yep, the fight itself like was not really too much of a challenge. Well, Rook took a lot of beating, but that's kind of what he's used to.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
did go down.
Yeah, you did go down though, which is not necessarily the norm. Then they had a couple griffins. I only described one, but they would have like a couple probably that were swooping down and grabbing up villagers. And I only described the one because it swooped down and grabbed up Xena as well as the captain of the crew. So, it swooped down, grabbed up 2 people, and, you guys could probably tell that the plan was just that they were gonna kidnap them. But Kragox was like, I have a plan. So Adric turns into a squirrel, gets his Fey familiar to pick him up, like fly him up to the top of above the griffin, drop him on the griffin. He turns back into his like half giant basically form and manages to get it down to the ground. Well, almost.
Through sheer gravity and coaching from my brother.
Yeah. As the griffin starts to go down, Hilda, the commander of these forces, seemingly, was watching from like the flying castle, and has one of her mages or whatever these are, war priests, whatever they might be, cast fly on her, and she just basically dives off the edge of the castle, swoops down, and right before Adric is about to land the griffin, she actually gives it a big swipe and actually kills the griffin, sending Adric and the two NPCs tumbling. Luckily, Landor was there ready to catch them. He gets them all, except for Adric, but Adric is, he's fine. At that point, it was 20 feet up. That's not much. And, we had ended the session with Hilda basically hovering there in the air. And kind of basically, she actually, interestingly enough, she kind of pointed at Adric and Landor and basically said, like, we wanted one of you, but you've proven difficult, is essentially what she said. And so then she pointed her Voulge at Xena instead.
He pointed her what at Xena?
Her Voulge. Her polearm. She pointed at Xena instead and said basically, like, I'll take her instead of you. and I think basically Perplex, like Landor was basically holding on to the captain and Xena, right? Just not gonna let that happen. So this is where we will resume with the group in this sort of standoff situation. Actually, hold on. I need to change the music. Because, well...
Were you playing battle music already?
Oh god. No, now I have played battle music. Except it was too loud. Hold on. So...
I mean, I couldn't just let her go.
Yeah. So here's
what was the point of doing any of all of the stuff we did just now?
Yeah. So Hilda would like flick her weapon out and basically look to you all, kind of like I think I described the end. She would kind of like point it and like sweep across you guys with it, basically like saying, giving the idea like she's willing to fight you all, clearly. And it's up to you guys if you want to try to talk to her more, or if we just go straight to initiative.
What am I gonna say? She can't understand me.
Yeah. I guess Adric would whisper to his brother, do you think we can actually fight her?
I mean, we're going to eventually.
It's gonna be bad.
She wants us, brother.
The captain and Xena both have like picked themselves up at this point. They're like adjusted now.
I guess Adric will raise his voice. Why do you want us anyway?
She would say the reasons are mine alone to know. I won't speak with the... I'm not willing to compromise with you all when you've slayed my friend. Sten was a blunt tool, but he was one of us.
He had the same option as you.
I am going to prepare in action to cast a Ray of Frost at her if she does anything sussy.
Okay.
Also, I saw a comment you made. I'm sure by now I am not holding the captain.
Yeah,
in
they're
Xena.
just like next to you now. Yeah.
Letting him go like behind him, basically.
Yeah, like you're still like protecting them though, in case she charges in. Not that they're helpless. Like the captain is a decent fighter. I can give you guys control of him too, but he might die as a result. No,
That's
like
okay.
Head you have on your shoulder.
I think honestly the captain is probably injured from being picked up by the griffin. He was already fighting before that. He's not in shape to fight. So, and Xena is all right, but like she's also more of a magic user than a martial fighter. So. I did leave the fart sound on. So. Yeah, so let's see, what did you ask her? Or, no, so you asked her, like, why do you need us? She said she refused to answer. Yeah, and she would, again, point her pole arm, wink, wink, no. She'd point it down again towards where Xena is hiding behind Landor and say, I repeat again, either her or one of you two. What type of giants are you anyways?
Alright, I mean, come down and get one of us then.
She nods, kind of like swings out her weapon, and it will be initiative. Hold on, wait.
So what you're saying is that will trigger my...
Yeah, you can get your free shot.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're
Swinging
You-
something out.
Oh, that was
Ooh.
weird.
11 cold damage.
God, I hope that hits.
Yes, it does hit. She does not have a 25 AC or higher. By the way, here's the full page artwork for Hilda.
Yeah, I already saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
a lot
nice.
skinnier than I thought. I thought she was gonna be like a beefy
She-
character.
Same.
The thing is that she is pretty lithe, but you can tell that like she has toned muscle. Not that really much of it is showing behind her, plate armor. But the other thing is you have to remember. So like she's proportioned like a human, as was Sten, although he was a pretty chunky boy. They are proportioned like these giants, whatever they are proportioned like humans. They are just very tall. So
Which
she
is
is
actually kind of weird.
Yeah, she is. It is weird. It's definitely not normal for giants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A
So
lot of the lesser giants have like pot bellies and are thick as all hell.
yeah,
Cloud and stone giants tend to be very lanky.
yeah. She's like 12 feet tall, 13 feet tall. She is like pretty tall. So even though she's not like huge, like hugely muscular, she is very strong. Clearly.
Her face is very similar to the face of the dude from our vision.
Yeah.
Not that it really means anything, but
Yeah, I could show that art again too. So, where do I have that?
We can already see it. It's in our journal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just for the stream.
I do agree they both have 2 eyes, a nose, and a mouth.
Where did I put that?
I don't know. Did you use the same artist for them?
Yep.
Okay.
Those are both from my friend Ori. They're really good artists. All right, let's go ahead and let me get my initiative rolled in, and then we'll see what happens. So, Tart, you're gonna learn some new mechanics today.
Oh no.
Because
Oh, does she have legendary actions?
yeah, she does.
No.
So
What does that
At
even
least she doesn't
mean?
have lair actions right now.
well,
Well, this isn't her lair.
she
this
doesn't
is
have
not her
she
lair.
doesn't have a lair action.
Maybe
but-
if we were on the castle.
yeah.
Yeah, I
she-
think castle would be fair.
Before a fucking trebuchet pierces my chest.
so there are ballistae
Oh,
on top of the
castle is
castle.
there, I guess.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but the castle does have ballistae on it. So, we'll see if we hit initiative count 20.
So what you're saying
Well,
is, since their siege weapons and inherently inaccurate, I need to stand right next to her so she gets hit.
Yeah. We'll see. I don't know. I haven't decided yet if I'm gonna be that mean to have her castle stuff take effect. It is 200 feet in the air, so.
I will also point out,
It's,
those are blunt instruments that cannot choose to take us alive.
yeah.
Which she seems to want to do.
Yeah.
Now, if it crushes all the little boys, that would make sense.
So let's see. Do we have everyone? So we have Shoal, Torgir, Rook, Adric, Hilda, and Landor.
If it comes down to it, I'm seppukuing.
Love that. So she is hovering
Me
about.
and Xena. I'm holding her in front of me, and the sword's going straight through. We're both.
She is. So I will say she is hovering about 20 feet up in the air. So she's not at ground level. Even if you're right below her, you know there's going to be some clearance. So, Shoal, what is he going to do?
Did she get frozen in place at all?
No.
Torgir? No? Okay.
no,
I was
no.
just wondering. Alright. Alright. Okay, Shoal, Shoal's pretty hurt, and he turns to Rook and he says, "This might be our last fight, brother." But he's not stupid, he's not going to charge in there, especially when she's floating
Yeah.
20 feet above the ground. So, he's gonna back up a little bit. Just to this, I don't know, furnace hut thing, and he's gonna toss a javelin at her.
Okay.
I'm not gonna open him.
That's a hit. Nice.
Let's go. Okay.
Yeah, so he manages to lob up a javelin. I mean, she's a big target, right? But she is very heavily armored, and so yeah, it just goes. He manages to find a weak spot, like in like her thigh or something, and it embeds itself. And she kind of like grunts in pain, but doesn't cry out.
Right, and that will be my turn.
Okay. Yeah, that brings us to Torgir. Actually, Jack has a good point. Do we have a player's command? I thought I did, maybe. I can have one now. While Torgir does his turn. So, Drake, what is Torgir gonna do?
I'm gonna blast her.
Okay.
That's all I can do.
Alright.
Boop. 15? I assume that
A
misses.
15 is a miss, yeah. Yeah.
Alright, that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Yeah, does he... So he doesn't have any spells left?
Nope.
Yeah.
I'm out of resources.
Yeah. Alright, and that brings us to Rook then. What is Rook himself gonna do?
He sees Shoal back up, thinks that's a good idea. He's hurting quite a lot too, and maybe whittle her down a bit before we get into the thick of things.
Okay.
We're moving here. I'm gonna toss a javelin at her.
Yep.
Right. Do I have any plus ones? Hold on. I do. Okay. Oh, I don't have advantage.
Yeah, that would still be the crit
You
though.
take the one on the
No,
left.
yeah.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can
So you had roll
That's
for
the
you do.
first one that rolled, so you take first
Ah,
order.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah,
Advantage.
you actually get a
That
crit.
matters.
Wow, that's yeah. And
Did
another good hit as it you find like a weak spot in her gut, like gap. Once again, she is a tank, and like she clearly can handle these hits, but she's not pleased about it either. Yeah, is that all you do?
That's all I do.
Okay.
My turn is done.
Alright, Adric, what is Adric gonna do?
Spend some of my last resources and hope that I don't miss. Guiding bolt.
Okay. Guiding bolt.
Pew.
That is a hit indeed. 24. You guys are rolling real well. Which is good. Oh, that's actually a lot of damage. Wow. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And first attack on her till the next turn has advantage.
Yep.
Nope.
She is like clearly you guys have actually done a good bit of damage to her. And she is like kind of grunting in pain with each successive hit as you basically just like launching this volley of shots at her.
Negotiations break down and we immediately all start blasting.
Mm-hmm. Alright, is that that all?
Go over here.
Thank you, Drake.
That'll do it.
And I'll add that to the title of the stream. Okay, yeah, so you sort of back over to the side. Actually, yeah, getting a slightly different angle too, which might be good. As well. So yeah, that's good. She is going to. Now that it's her turn, that's literally what she says. She kind of grits her teeth, and then says, "My turn now." And so is her movement speed reduced, Drake, from Ray of Frost? I can't remember. Is that the
I believe so, yeah.
It's like by 10, right?
10 feet.
Okay.
Until the start of my next turn.
I guess she is flying, right? So that would make... She is fly speed.
Actually, so she isn't,
Oh.
because I have had the start of my next turn,
Oh,
and
okay.
I missed.
Okay. Yeah, let me let me add the player's command real quick, just so I don't forget. Yeah, so she's literally gonna say, my turn, and will essentially, what she's actually gonna do. Oh, okay. So first things first, she whistles like a loud, piercing whistle, right? She whistles, and it's clearly signaling something to the castle. The floating castle above you guys, which was almost directly above you guys, slightly offset. It was at like a 75-degree angle, like very steep upward, right above you, basically. It will, after a moment, you see it starts shifting and just smoothly floating away from you guys, actually. However, it becomes clear, you see why, on top of the walls of this castle, on two different, towers, are ballistae that are, being trained down at you guys. In a few turns, they will be able to hit you. For now, they cannot, because it's too steep of an angle. It'll be several turns till they're actually able to bear on you. Then, she will take her own action. First thing she's going to do is... Oh god. Okay, yeah. She is going to fly back a bit. And then she's going to hold the Voulge pointed forward and just fucking lunge right at Landor. Doing a charge attack in the process. So, let's see if she hits.
No.
She got a natty
Thank God.
one!
She's shaking, boys.
She does have a plus 14, but she gets a natty one.
Bruh. That's 14.
I mean, yep. She comes flying in with the charge. I'm just gonna show you how much it would have done. By the way, no. You don't get to know. No.
Yeah, that's quite a bonus to hit, considering my spell bonus to hit is +7 only.
Yeah.
I mean, I
think we can take her.
Unless she gets
If
a
she
natty
keeps
one,
rolling-
she hits me every time.
I can click.
Same.
So
You're too afraid.
no, it doesn't.
Yeah, I'll click
It
it
doesn't
too.
let you guys click it. So
Yeah, it does.
well,
it
it
does.
doesn't show the damage though. So she will then. So here's the good news. The bad news is she almost hit you, and it was clearly like she's coming in with a huge amount of momentum. She like lunges up at the last second as if she was gonna try to like impale you or try to. Clearly misses. You kind of like sidestep. But then, and the good news for you is she's actually at ground level. She's still hovering above the ground, but she is at ground level. And she will then follow up with another attack. However, she is within your range, obviously. So, is that it?
That does hit.
Okay. It's only like barely, isn't it? Don't you have like a 21 with your shield or something like that?
The 20.
20, okay. So she comes in, brings her Voulge down, slashing across Leandor's like shoulder. Okay. He uses his what is that from it's from your class subclass, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you reduce some of the damage here. Okay.
Yeah, I reduce, what is that? 11.
Mm-hmm. That is actually all she does. She does have legendary actions, which she'll start using after your turn. Something I like to do that where if the bad guy has rolled late in the initiative, I make it so they don't do their legendary actions till after their turn.
Hopefully, the advantage on your first attack matters here.
Yep, is your turn, Landor?
She be glowing.
She's glowing.
Glow away.
17.
Unfortunately, a 17 is not a hit. She has plate armor on. Very high quality plate armor. Does it actually? Is it until the first hit or just the first attack? Kragox for guiding bolt.
I believe it. The next attack roll made against the target before the end of your next turn.
Alright, so yeah, unfortunately that she stops glowing. Is that a Landor? No, you have another attack, don't you? You have multi-attack.
I have another attack.
Yeah. Yeah.
No!
That's the one that needed the crit.
Next two attack rolls advantage, right?
No.
It's the next attack action.
No.
Oh, you see, I did another guiding bolt before he swung again.
No, unfortunately, the dice just were not in your favor there.
Yeah, it occurs to me I could game
Wait.
it to make sure the right person gets it if I were to prepare my
Oh,
attack
you just say
before somebody swings.
yeah, you'd be like, right when this person's about to attack, I'm gonna do it. Yeah, that's actually, I never thought about that, but yeah. So that is all that Landor does there, right?
Yeah, I mean, I could technically move. I could move.
It would provoke an attack, unless you have mobile feet. I can't remember. I don't think you do. There's a feat that lets you like get around stuff like that, but I don't think you have it.
I'm gonna go here.
Okay, yeah, kind of circling around her. Yeah.
That will make it easier for any other melee boys to get in and to get a beefy +2.
Okay. After your
Yeah, that means you, Tart. That means you.
Yeah.
We are the two people that are that have to do something here.
I have no rage.
after your after
To be
your
fair, she's gonna one-shot you either way, so
Yeah,
so
you're just losing a couple of damage.
that's true.
she will use one of her legendary actions here to make an attack against you, Perplex. Okay, there we go.
I don't know.
Oh, is it there? Oh God! She rolled like almost max damage,
Pretty decent damage.
bruh. So
I'm gonna
just
throw up. That's
such-
disgusting.
That's fucking brutal. Jeez. So she just comes in, slashing, getting a brutal hit in on Landor. No, that wasn't on Tart. Tart is fine for now.
Also,
Yeah, for
Tart, how
now.
much health do you have?
14.
Okay, if she rolls minimum damage, she
Yeah,
might not
yeah.
one-shot you.
I have no rage though.
It is one of those things where, like, Xena's probably still kind of running to, like, stay next to Landor. She's clearly targeting him because of this, so, you know, she might not hit you.
Best you can do is go reckless and hope for extreme luck.
That's what I am gonna do pretty much.
So
There's nothing else for me to do.
so the
Oh, you don't know I have 5 temp hit points too. So I
oh
have
yeah,
19.
you drunk from your
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. I forgot about that. Yeah, you did that during the whole like discussion back and forth.
Sticks his head in a bag.
Shoal's turn. What is Shoal gonna do?
Well, she's landed, kind of now,
Yeah,
right?
she's like hovering a
Yeah,
foot
okay.
above the ground, but
Yeah.
for-
All right.
she's in those-
Shoal says to Rook, "Well, looks like this is it. It's time to get in there." He's gonna go down here and flank.
Yeah. And he lets out an orcish battle roar. He goes,
Mhm. And he's gonna attack with his great axe.
okay. Also, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, even with the +2, unfortunately,
Alright.
not a hit. Yeah.
All right. Well, then he ends.
She's gonna use her second legendary action. She only has 2.
What?
She doesn't have 3. She only has 2. Most enemies that have legendary actions have 3.
True.
She only has 2 because
Yeah.
she's still.
And they usually
only-
have something that consumes 2 and is really bad.
Yeah, she has she has 2 because she is still not a her boss, and maybe has 3. She only has 2. She is actually going to like swing around the Voulge at Shoal.
So legendary actions allow you to attack not on your turn. Is that
So
the case?
it's
Correct.
you have options
Okay.
of what you can do with them. It doesn't always have to be
Okay.
an attack. But for instance, I will let you know one of her other ones is that she can move when it's not her turn using one of them. It's at the end of another creature's turn. Yeah, so she's going to swing around and attack at Shoal.
Already tell you it's a hit.
Well, it might not be.
Yep.
Alright.
That's definitely a hit.
It has a 5% chance to not
Oh,
be.
and Shoal is fucked.
Shoal is almost wait.
No,
it's-
is permanently
it's
dead.
close.
He's fully dead.
No, he's
Okay.
permanently dead.
He had
Yeah, he's fully
9.
dead.
He had 9 out
Yeah,
of
he's dead.
21.
9 plus 21, 30. She did
Yeah,
33, so he's
he's-
just bisected.
Oh my god. So
All right, pay out.
no, Shoal's not like he is.
That's
He's
not a
a,
player.
He's dead. That's the mechanics.
He's
of the
an
game.
NPC.
He's completely dead.
Drag made the
Yeah, but
prediction.
that's not a player
I'll let
character.
Drag rule the prediction since he made it. So,
That's not a player character.
so what
Well,
she
by
does.
that logic, he doesn't have to give him death saving throws.
So
either.
yeah, just so Jack, so Shoal was basically when we started the campaign, no one in the group spoke Orcish, and Tartarus's character Rook is a human, but was raised by orcs and basically thinks that he's an orc. And so I needed a way to like have a translator. So Shoal was like his best buddy and mentor, who basically like got him into this whole business anyways. Shoal was the one who was like, hey, I know this deal where we can become like, raiders on this ship. Because like, Rook had never been on a ship before, can't swim. He's up from the mountains like most orcs in that area. But Shoal was like, we're gonna go become raiders. And look at Shoal now. Well, let me tell you what happens to Shoal. She kind of it's almost like instinctive, really. She is in, this is like what she lives for, Hilda. You could tell. She's like snarling. As Landor kind of swings, she's dodging, but she hears Rook coming up behind and taking a swipe. She just flicks her Voulge behind her, and his head comes off. And just rolls on the ground. And Shoal is of interest only to historians now. That will bring us... That's brutal, because it was at the end of his turn, too. Jeez. It's Torgir's turn now.
Alright, I'm gonna step over here. And I'm gonna blast her again.
Okay.
11.
Unfortunately, does not hit. However, I want you to roll your perception check, Drake.
$11.
Okay, well, we'll get back to that. You're gonna notice something, just not yet. Do you do anything else?
I'm gonna shout at her.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say, I'm over here, you dumb bitch.
Wow.
Are you trying to get her to attack you, basically?
I'm trying to get her to look my way.
Okay, roll me like an intimidation check. Just normal, but
12. Bit better than my previous rolls.
here. Let's see.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I think she's not really going to be phased by it yet. If you had hit her, I would have given you advantage, but since he didn't hit, I'll hit the attack right before that. Yeah, she's not super, like, concerned. Right now.
That just means that I need to get closer.
Yeah, possibly. Alright, Rook, your turn.
All right. Well, Rook sees one of his best friends' heads come flying off, roll on the ground, and he just turns furious into a blind rage, but not actually rage, unless I could get a rage for that.
Do you have inspiration right now?
No.
I was gonna say you could burn that to get a rage.
No, it's fine.
But no, I would say
I'm just baiting.
in this case it is a rage, it's not a mechanical rage. But he literally,
Yeah.
I'm assuming he is pretty fucking furious.
Yeah, he's pissed.
Yeah.
He's gonna abandon all logic and sense and run up and reckless attack
Oh,
with his
let's
great
go.
sword.
Okay. No!
That's okay. I get another one. 18.
An 18 is.
Oh, you're recklessing?
Yeah, he is. He reckless. Yep.
Yep.
That is exactly her armor class.
Oh, thank
So
God.
you
All
do actually hit her there. And yeah.
I will say, I would not have recommended recklessing.
right. Well, you know what?
Well,
I'm angry.
I mean, even if she crits, it's unlikely she one-shot kills it.
Alright, but it brings her from having a 95% chance of hitting to a 99.75% chance of hitting.
Is that actually the statistic?
That was an extra.
Yes.
What's an extra 2 and a bit?
No, extra 4.5%.
Oh, it's an extra 4.5, whatever.
That's well, you know, okay, shit. But honestly though, the hit, like, it does draw her attention. Do you want to try to get her attention? Like, is he full roaring in rage and stuff?
I don't
Well,
think.
you
I
can't
think
rage.
he doesn't want to do anything. He's just focused on attacking her. He's not trying to do anything particular other than chop her to pieces.
Okay.
Oh, you know, I just remembered. How does your character's like you can't attack other people thing work, Perplex?
Ooh.
If I hit, then I can mark them
I'm like to until the next turn or something.
until my next turn.
Yeah. So unfortunately, it didn't hit though. But yeah. That's Rook's turn. He does get the one hit in.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's not very useful.
Yeah, to be fair, like, her armor class is 18, which is high, but that's like, you know, it's definitely hittable by you guys. Her AC is not the dangerous part of her, necessarily.
Alright.
Yeah. It's just how many times we can hit her.
Thankfully, I can use my spell slots to cast Guiding Bolt as well.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'll probably miss. Alright. Guiding Bolt again. Told you.
Yeah, unfortunately, that is a miss.
Yep, he attempts to do that, gets a grim expression on his face, pulls out his spear, and stands over here.
Okay. Got it, yeah. Ready for whatever comes at him. Okay. It's her turn now. Again, the castle slides further back. Still a couple turns until it's in range, or in. I mean, it's too close right now, right? Oh god. Okay. She is going to. She's gonna look at Landor and then say, "You really shouldn't stand in my way." And then
You're right.
Oh no.
Oof.
Jesus.
So, do you have any of your uses of that one ability or anything? I can't remember if you have anything that could keep you up.
Can I spend my inspiration to use it again?
I will let you know if you do that, she's probably just gonna attack at you again. So, but if you want to, I'd allow that. Oh!
Okay,
So you're actually...
I'm good. I take 16.
Oh, yeah. How does that actually work? I don't.
It adds my con
It adds.
modifier.
Okay, I was like, okay, I didn't remember. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, so yeah, I'll let you use your inspiration for that. Honestly, yeah. Oh god. So basically, it's like a hit that would have just fucking. It would have slammed Landor to the ground, but he kind of like falls to his pan shield, but pushes himself back up. She actually surprised. She was already turning towards Adric to strike him down, or try. And she looks and she's like, getting back up again. She's gonna try to hit you again. Yeah. So she... Oh no. She does hit you again. And I don't think... Yeah, unfortunately this time, Landor basically just collapses. Does he say anything as he's going down? Oh!
No. Fair, he's dead.
He's not dead yet. He's just unconscious. He's bleeding out, you know. It's like XCOM, you know?
Yeah, as I'm falling, I fall onto Xena.
Okay, she's like pinned in place, but you know, now she can't be like grabbed
She
up.
can't get away.
Yeah. Sure, yeah. That is her turn though. She only gets those 2 attacks. I mean, they were effective, but she also gets her legendary actions back. She can't use them at the end of her turn though. So, actually immediately goes to Landor for a death saving throw. Yeah, he rolled a 0 on his 20-sided die.
It's honestly kind of impressive.
Yeah. Oh, almost a 20.
Oh.
Almost a 20. Still, no, that's a success. It would have been Shoal's turn. Yikes. Actually, before that, she's gonna use one of her legendary actions. This time, she's not actually going to attack with it. She's going to do this. She gets to move up to her movement speed. It does not provoke opportunity attacks. So she goes... she's actually just going to go straight up. She basically just flies upwards. So she's now 60 feet above the ground. Yep, that's all she does for now. She's kind of like, you know, surveying the battlefield right now. It would have been Shoal. Shoal's dead. Torgir, your turn.
Alright. So, I'm gonna try to blast her in her face.
Okay, yep.
Because she's a bit up, so I can't. Alright, I missed.
Unfortunately, yeah. Is that all you do? Or...
I'm gonna shout at her again.
Okay, yeah, sure. You can roll an intimidation. Oh yeah, what are you gonna say first?
I am going to say... Yeah, we get back up. Because unlike your pathetic lot, we don't run away with our tails between our legs. And the next time it won't be another warning shot.
You're about as useless as Lieutenant is in any boss fight.
It'll still be a normal intimidation roll, but the DC will be a little lower because those words do sting a bit. Yeah, actually, you know what? The DC was 15, so she, because like the word about cowardice and running away, she points the Voulge down at Torgir. Clearly, he's gotten her attention, and she says, "Our kind never run from a fight." And yeah, is that all you do?
Yeah.
I want you to make another perception check for me, Trey.
9.
Okay. Okay, we'll come back to that. That'll bring us to Rook's turn. She's not going to use the ledger action yet. She only has one left anyways. Rook, I want you to also make a perception check, actually.
All right.
Okay. So Rook, kind of like in the heat of the moment, like adrenaline flowing, looks around, and what he notices is that the bear on the ground here is like moving a little bit. It's shifting as chunks of its flesh are all like falling off and are bitten off by the zombies that had been made out of a lot of the villagers before him. But you notice it starts shifting, and like probably Rook is like, "Oh shit," in his head. But
zombie bear.
I'm going all shit.
Zombie bear.
But then the the bear's body starts quivering, and it starts shape-shifting, morphing, until it becomes slightly more humanoid. Now it's like a half human, half bear-looking thing, and you see some.
Bear.
You could actually see.
Who would have thought this is the leader of the village?
You can see actually the resemblance to the chieftain Bjorn the Bjorn Bearson. Wait, no, Bjorn the Bear Bjornsson. His name was definitely not a giveaway at all.
Bjorn the Bjorn Bearson.
his name is Bjorn the Bear Bjornsson. So definitely no hints about his true nature. As he starts shifting into like his half bear, half human form instead of a full bear, he is moaning in pain, clearly on death's door. But he reaches out a hand. Actually, he reaches out one each. Like he gets up to his knees, reaches out a hand to Torgir, and then also reaches one out to Rook. And he's like, "Let the dark magics run through me one last time."
I have no idea what the hell you're talking about.
He motions for you to grab his hand. Same to Rook, which you can do now since you're next to him, if Torgir wants.
Sure. I don't really have much to lose.
Okay. And Tart as well, if you want to move over and grab his hand.
I'll move up. I'll grab his hand, I guess.
And you can see he chants a prayer out in the name of the giant gods, the ones that he worships, as well as Hilda, but they're on opposite sides here. And he shouts out a prayer to the giant gods, and you guys feel energy flow through you. So, Tart, you're gonna get one of your rages back. As
Okay,
literally just
great.
magical energy flows through you. Drake, how many sorcery points do you normally have?
5.
Okay. You're gonna get we'll say 3 back? Yeah, we'll say you get 3 sorcery points back.
Alright.
And each of you are both gonna be healed as well. By we'll say I didn't actually write down anything, so we'll say the equivalent of a greater potion of healing. Was that 44 plus 4? So you both also get healed for 11.
All right. So
yeah, and literally you could see that he chants a prayer out, and his eyes start to glow for a moment. Not because this part of the world is cut off from the gods, so it's not the gods blessing him. It is literally just him using his own faith, his own conviction, to basically transfer his life force to you guys. After he does this, he collapses dead. Reverting
not
to,
a zombie bear. That's
reverting,
good.
yeah, reverting to human form. Yeah, I do like that you thought I was gonna just fuck you over more, and I'm not that mean. And so he just collapses dead, having given you his life force. That happens on the start of your turn, Rook, and you had to use a little bit of movement, but you have the rest of your turn now.
Yep. I guess she couldn't make an attack of opportunity because she's flying
way
in
up
the
there.
air, right?
Yeah, no, you're good.
Okay.
You're free to move
Yeah,
around.
okay. All right.
Actually, I will say, roll me an insight check though.
Okay. 12.
You can't really tell exactly what she's gonna do, but she's clearly Torgir has gotten her attention.
Okay. All right. Rook's gonna move back down over Shoal's dead body.
Okay. Yep.
He's gonna grab 2 of Shoal's javelins, double fist them, 1 in each arm, and throw them at Hilda.
Yeah,
Yep.
sure.
Right.
His
Normal javelin.
stuff is probably spilled out on the ground, so it's easy to just pick them
yep.
up and fling them.
I'm also gonna rage as well.
Okay, rage, yep.
Yep. Let me. There you go. 1. That's 2. All right. Well.
Unfortunately, they both missed. But yeah, Rook is just like, ah, yeah.
Yeah. Well.
Alright.
Maybe you should focus on throwing it with one arm next time.
Yeah. Alright, that brings
I'll
us
end.
to yeah, that brings us, well, okay, she does have her she only has 1 legendary action though, and she doesn't have a special one to do a dive attack. Or rather, she does, but she can't do it 1. So she's gonna do the dumb thing, which is, I'm just gonna move this out of the way. She is actually gonna use the same one to dive back down next to Torgir. She dives down at Torgir till she's next to him, clearly intending to attack him next turn. Or her next turn. And Drake, your turn.
How's she looking?
She is not visibly wounded. I can't tell you more than that. And she also, her armor is kind of like concealing a lot of intel you might otherwise receive. She has some wounds on her though, and blood, you know, from different wounds.
All right. Well, Adric will put his spear tip into the ground and say, "Take me, and I'll do as you will if you leave these others."
Interesting. Okay. So he puts his spear in the ground and then... Oh, roll me a persuasion check.
That's good. Well, I do not have advantage.
So it'll just be the 10, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess it's her turn, so I can tell you what her reaction is. Is that all he does? Does he prepare any action? Because he could prepare something in case she doesn't just take him, or...
He'll prepare Cure Wounds on his brother either way.
Okay.
Like, either when he moves away or when she attacks. Well, what would it specifically be? Whenever she decides. Whatever she decides.
Okay. Sounds good. So she will, she, like, looks over. Like, she was, like, about to basically swipe at Torgir. Stops, like, pauses for a split second. Looks over at Adric and says, I will take you once I've dealt with this insolent whelp. She's gonna slash at Torgir. So,
Bring it, nerd.
that would trigger your Cure Wounds on your brother, though, so...
Yeah. Alright, Adric will turn around briefly and cure his brother and just tell him, stay down.
Yeah, and he starts prone, and Zeta's like, ah! Underneath him, but she's fine.
Yeah, no, I mean, I will stay prone, but, like, probably alleviate some of the pressure of landing on Xena.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? I could be... no, that's too mean. Okay, well, we'll see. Let's see. We'll see. Okay, she's actually gonna try to literally, like, take the hilt of it and go BAM! And try to, like, smack Torgir to the ground. She's basically doing a shove attack. Just, I'm flavoring it differently. So, Drake, I need you to make an acrobatics or athletics check.
Well, they're the same.
I guess it's up to you whether you want him to try to dodge or try to, like...
No, I'm not trying to dodge this. I'm just gonna fight back. Let's go.
Okay. Oh! I will say, she's still more likely to succeed. than
Yeah,
fail.
I mean, she's big.
But you've given yourself the best chance possible. Let's see. She does. She fails. Oh shit.
Let's go.
So I'll let you know what her plan was, by the way. Her plan was to try and knock you down. Then she was gonna back up and do her charge attack into your prone body. But you actually managed to like how does he actually do this? I'm curious to know.
So what exactly does she do?
She basically trying to like use the hilt of the pole arm to just smack him down, like with the staff part.
I'm just gonna stand there and take it, and then gritting through bloodied teeth, I'm just going to look at her and say, "If you want this to end, you're gonna have to take me alive, or you're gonna have to end my life."
Yeah, it's one of those things where she is like it doesn't do any actual damage because the point was just to knock you prone, but it hurts like hell, right? And like you said, he's bloodied, but standing defiant. And so Hilda's infuriated by this. She just kind of like scowls and snarls, and she's actually so enraged by this that what she's going to do is that she's going to try to do her charge thing anyways, which means she's actually going to back up, provoking an attack from you. So
well, I suppose I will take an attack, because
Okay.
I might as well.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, she does have
Actually, no.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be that. It's the same to hit, so I'm not going to bother re-rolling it, but it would
Okay.
be with my staff that I have
Okay,
equipped.
yeah. That makes sense, yeah. So she like flies back and kind of up too, just to get an angle, and she's gonna basically try to like just come in and try to skewer Torgir. So she used like half her movement to go up, then the other half to just swing back down. Let's see if she can hit you.
That will hit. She would have had to roll a natural 1 to miss, and even then it would meet my AC.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that'll hit.
so there is a. She does have this as well. So
Alright,
I already
that's
have
fine.
I already have it worked into the charge attack. I made it a separate attack. So let's see. He's not down.
That's true.
As she just comes like coming in and just fucking like basically just like almost impales Torgir. Like it goes like through, it barely misses his vitals, but it hits like in like the side of the stomach, you know. Oh god.
Alright,
yeah.
now the strength save.
Yep.
Do I succeed?
No.
Hey, it could be worse. I could have gotten a 0.
So Torgir is flung 10 feet back and knocked prone. But yeah, as this massive the damage is because from the charge attack. It's 60, 10 plus 9. It's it's reasonable. Oh, sorry, I didn't even change the turn timer.
Yeah.
She looks over at Adric and says, like, she kind of points her Voulge and says, "I'll take you up on your offer now."
Does she seem genuine?
Roll me an insight check. Anyone can roll one here, actually, if they want to see if she seems genuine.
I'm not going to roll one because I don't care.
Yeah, so honestly, Adric and Landor both are like looking at her. They can tell that maybe because they also have large frames like her, they can tell that like whether she's letting on to or not, she is actually decently hurt. She's not below half health, but she is like decently hurt and a little winded. Like she clearly was not expecting this fierce resistance from you guys even. So it actually does seem like she's genuine in that she is willing to just take Adric and go.
Alright, Adric would also now whip his shield onto the ground and just hold his arms out.
Okay.
He's letting her hold him.
What would Landor do in this situation here?
I mean, I don't know. I'm still dead.
No, I mean you're up now. You're just
No,
on
I'm
the...
still dead.
Oh, you're playing dead.
I told him to stay down.
Okay.
It's not like he could stop this. So it'd have to be an emotional response.
I mean, the thing is either I stay dead or I try to fight my brother and her Voulge.
Alright. Alright, then that'll take us to, I mean, so I guess you could do, like, the dodge action and still, like, in case she does attack you for some reason, you know, but either way, you're playing dead, that's good.
Dude's planking on the ground right now.
Torgir knocked prone, but is he gonna get up?
I'm getting up.
Okay.
And then, using my staff, which is more like a 3-foot-long cudgel than anything else.
Yeah.
I'm gonna I'm gonna use that as more of a walking stick than a weapon. Walk back up to her.
Oh no.
I'm going to, with my bonus action, convert 2 of the sorcery points you've given me into a first level spell slot. Actually, let's go big. Let's convert all 3 into a second level spell slot. And I am going to make a cone of ice shootout.
Okay, I like it.
Trying to bind her to the ground.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, the last time I've used Tides of Chaos, so if you would like, I can roll on the Wild Magic Surge table.
Yeah, let's. I will have you do that, but first we'll have a. Is it a deck save?
A con.
Oh, okay. She's got good con, but
It was my options were either strength or con.
Yeah, yeah. Well, con is definitely the bet. Oh, she fails.
Alright, so she takes 10 cold damage.
She's a plus
and
10.
is bound in place, or her speed becomes 0.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like that's the thing, right? It's like even though she's not even on the ground, but it reaches up to meet her and encases her legs and shit. Yeah, that's beautiful.
But yeah, for 1 minute or until she uses an action to break away the ice.
Oh wow, that's pretty brutal actually. Yeah, and then I will have you roll your Tides of Chaos.
All right.
Oh god.
And how far away is she?
I mean, she was hovering at ground level basically. So.
All right. All right. So,
I think she would have fallen to
surge.
the ground.
Oh yeah, actually, would she fall to the ground and then be encased? Or like, how would that work? Technically, yeah.
I assume that it would just like reach up to her.
Yeah.
Because like it's a massive cone.
Either way, yeah, she has 0 movement speed and yeah.
And now I can't speak.
Yeah. So then Torgir, this is the second time this has happened too. Bubbles start to come out of his mouth as he probably tries to yell another insult at her, right?
Yeah, she like he is clearly, and like even though no audio comes out, he's very clearly hurling another insult at her. But just a large pink bubble comes out of his mouth.
Question is it magic or is that just the blood coming out of your lungs?
Who's to say? That will be the end of my turn.
Okay. Okay. Give me a moment here.
Oh, can I redact one thing?
Yeah, what's up?
I certainly would have used my second one on my turn.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
There's no way I wouldn't have done that.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so she is like bound in place. Yeah, I was looking at Rhyme's Binding Ice to see if like her speed is reduced to 0, and technically when your speed is reduced to 0, you would fall out of the air, right? Like.
Yeah, but also she was like at ground level,
yeah.
So I don't really care.
Yeah, I don't know. Either way, we'll say that maybe if she breaks out, she like goes prone afterwards or something. I don't know.
Whatever you want.
Yeah. Either way, like, yeah, she. Oh, that's rough. Okay. Yeah, it's all those things where like she has her legendary actions, but that she can't use that for that because that's not how that works. You know what she will do though with the legendary action?
Yeah.
I don't know. Does that have any effect on attacking? Nope. No, it's just that.
Nope.
So like stuck in place, she's still gonna like her arms are free. She's still gonna swipe at Torgir.
Bring it.
Oh no!
All right,
Drake dead.
big moment. Let's see.
I don't. It's
dude.
I think it's possible, but unlikely.
Drake dead.
No,
No, all right, let's see.
he's
no,
not
not
dead.
even.
No.
Not even.
So much damage.
It is.
Disgusting.
Like I think at max damage that would have been 69. Nice. It definitely would have max, but no, like that. It was not likely at all. So, oh god.
It was close though. Like
Yeah.
my max HP is 43 and I had 6.
Oh god, yeah. So
Or my max HP is 47. She dealt
Yeah.
43 damage.
yeah, so it
I had
was
60.
decently close. So
She just needed 10 more damage, which was
Yeah.
very reasonable.
he's
Very
not.
likely, yeah.
Torgir's not dead, but he is down. And here's the thing. Wait, is that a concentration spell?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so. So yeah, that's good. I mean, yeah, it makes sense. It's just ice that appears. The ice is still there. Rook, she is held in place.
Yep. Facing Torgir, right?
Yeah.
No. All right. So I don't understand.
Edric
What-
will
what?
say don't looking at you. I don't know if you understand.
I do not
Enough.
know. You can shake
You'll
your
get
head.
the tone
Maybe
of my voice though.
maybe you shake your head. You know, like I understand that.
Yeah, I'm basically shaking my head and saying
Like holding out a hand, like no.
if nothing else, Landor can
Yeah.
pretty accurately tell you not a good idea.
Well, you know what? I don't understand the conversation that Adric and her just had, but I get the gist of it when Adric throws down his shield and holds out his arms in shame. I'm thinking, how dare you? I yelled at Adric in Orcish, how dare you give up? I run behind her. And I'm gonna flank her and attack her with my greatsword.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, technically the
Wait,
flanking
no.
wouldn't even be happening here, but you don't need it actually.
Yep.
So you hit her.
Yep.
Oh, that's good damage too. Wow.
Wait, flanking wouldn't happen here?
No, because
No,
Torgir's
because I'm
down.
unconscious.
Yeah.
Oh, but she's facing him, isn't she?
Yeah,
And she's
but-
frozen. She can't turn around.
There's technically no facing rules in.
No, alright, alright.
But-
There's an
Technically
optional
restrained.
rule, but
I
No.
honestly, maybe I would give it to you here, honestly. So in this specific situation, since she is held, you have a point. So either way, though,
Alright, okay.
you hit her in this case, and do it like that's 17 damage. That's really good. A good
Okay,
chunk of
and
damage.
next one. Oh,
Yeah, another hit.
Let's
Oh,
go.
God, wow, that's another 17.
yeah, 17.
Let's
Wow,
go.
that's actually a lot. Even for her, that's a good chunk of her HP. She's actually still not visibly wounded, but getting close. Yeah, and actually a little
does
bit.
she have?
She is actually a little bit. A slight look of concern comes over her face. And is that all you do?
I'm gonna look at Adric and say, "See, we can defeat her," and then I end my turn.
As you do this, the Voulge comes spinning around for her second. Or wait, before Adric, sorry, I didn't mean to change it. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it hits.
You are raged, so
Yep.
it's half of
Oh
that.
my God. So
14, only
Oh.
14.
it's rough.
Yeah. So Rook is still up, but she she would yell out like I don't know what she'd probably just yell like nothing at all, just go like, ah! And give a good slash to Rook. He's like, see, we can beat her. Nah. But he's still up. Adric, your turn.
All right. Great. I love this. All right, Adric is going to just run over to Torgir and try and pack his wounds real quick.
Okay.
Stabilize.
Alright. Like a medicine check or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
like how Adric is just running around the field, healing everybody. Like, just take me already. What are you doing? Take me.
So yeah, Edric just grabs a bunch of herbs and then takes a wrap and quickly around his whole torso binds him.
Yeah, and you're stable toward yours, so not dying yet.
And then he'll stand back up quickly, get between her and his brother, and just stand there looking disapprovingly at Rook.
Okay. Well, I mean, so here's the thing, right? It's her turn. By the way, the castle still moving back, almost in position. The thing is, though, like you guys are saying, like the ballistae are not super accurate, and right now you're all clumped up together on her, so she's not. She's a stationary target too. It's not like she could dodge out of the way. So they are kind of like they have the ballista at the ready, and they look like
waiting for her signal, basically.
Yeah. All right, that's gonna bring us to her turn. So she is in ice. Yeah, she's actually just gonna take her action here, and she basically just the way we'll start to say she basically takes her Voulge and starts hacking away at the ice, but it takes her full action. She doesn't get an attack or anything.
Correct.
Yeah. So she is then that's literally it. She's not even gonna move at all.
Does she go prone or no?
Yeah, she would.
And
but
then she could stand up.
I guess
so.
she's still because like her speed comes back up to full once she's out of it, right? So she would still have her movement. So yeah, she would get up again, but she doesn't move any further than that.
Okay.
Yeah. That brings us to. All right, here. You know what? I'll say this. I'll make her make an easy dexterity check, DC 10. To see if she like lands on her feet or like regains her flying posture. I did say DC 10.
Yeah.
So what I'll actually say is that I'll say that she lands and is not able to get up this turn. I'll be nice and give you that because I think that's fair. Yeah, like she basically lands on the ground, kind of like rolls over, and is not able to like get up in time. She's prone. Landor.
I don't know. I don't know. What are we supposed to do? I don't know.
I mean, what would Landor
Get up and
do?
fight her.
You know what? Here, I'll give you this. I'll say this, whether it affects your decision or not. Xena, I haven't had her in the comment, but she does have like healing magics. So I'll have her. We'll just say right about now, she casts a Cure Wounds on you. Everything's been happening so quick. This is probably the first time she's actually been able to really get her bearings straight, anyways.
Okay.
But it would. Well, yeah, we'll give you. I'll give you a little bit. She'll give you a little more. I don't know if it'll be enough to. I don't know if that's enough to change whatever you're gonna do, but she would heal you here as well.
I mean, that's enough to make me look too scruffy. I don't think it's enough for me to make any drastic decisions, though. So. Yeah, I don't know. I will come over here.
Okay. Sounds good.
And Dreg is conscious. Would he get up
He's
if
unconscious.
He's
Or
unconscious.
I'm unconscious, but I'm
unconscious,
stabilized.
but yeah.
Yeah.
Would he get up if I dumped a potion down his neck?
Yeah, if you dump a potion into him, like if it's a healing potion, it'll bring him back up. Yeah.
Yeah, I do
He's
that.
got no spells. Just don't get him killed again.
I'll do that. He's up.
Okay. Yeah. How much is it? Just a normal potion? Like.
It's a greater healing.
Oh, okay. So that's 44 plus 4. If
Well, then that's 48 HP.
No,
I'm
no, it's
alive
not.
again.
It's
I'm
not.
max HP.
I do have it written down as 44 plus 4.
Yeah.
I can roll that if you want.
You can roll, yeah. No, not that. Come on.
Damn.
no.
Max roll.
48. Who would have thought?
Yeah.
Max roll.
Who would have thought? Oh, I gotta open the door. It's getting too hot in here. Hold on. No, I guess Drake could roll it since it's his being shoved down his throat. I don't know.
Well, it's not my doing.
Oh, I think. Wait, no, that didn't roll right. That didn't roll right.
I did
You did the slash.
I did it right.
Okay. I was like, that's literally impossible. Yeah. You do it.
Do I put a space between the plus?
No, I think you missed the slash or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
There you go.
There you go. You missed the second four.
I
Oh,
missed the second four. Yeah.
okay.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah. So yeah, so
All right.
he's back conscious again.
Yep.
How are you feeling, Magic Boy?
Well enough to fight.
Are you
Well.
able to fight?
I can certainly try.
What would you try?
I haven't thought about it yet.
Okay, how about we think about it for a second then?
Do you,
I have a couple seconds on this turn.
oh. Are you gonna attack at all or?
Any thoughts?
Brother, just get out of here.
I go right there.
It's Torgir's turn then.
I'm just trying to full cover from the inevitable barrage of ballistae.
Are you trying to turn into a shish kebab with this boy?
No, I'm behind the
little-
smokestacks.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, Torgir's turn. She is still on the ground. She will eventually use her legendary actions to get up, but not yet. She hasn't yet.
Does that take my action to do that?
To the potion, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm kind of running a little light on resources.
Yeah.
Would I have been able to double potion
No, just the one.
with action surge? Could I
Oh,
double assault? Or no, not with action surge. With multi attack? Can I
no,
multi attack Dreg's throat with potions?
no. Multi
Only if you want to convert it to damage because you're breaking
smashing
the
it
glass
over
in
his
my
head.
throat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
have
I
more
could
than
do
one?
unarmored strikes.
No.
You can
Or,
do more than one, but you gotta find somewhere else to pour the other one.
Oh, okay.
It's like, pull down your pants, bud.
All right,
Suppository.
15 feet to get up.
Yeah.
You
You are now flank. Now you are definitely flanking her.
Yeah,
and
standing-
she's prone.
standing over her.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna reach down and shock and grasp her in the face.
Oh. Yeah. Okay, I like that. That's pretty brutal.
25.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
3 lightning damage.
I just spent nothing, and she just kind of like it. Definitely is. It's more humiliating than anything else. Which, if that's your
It
goal,
isn't over until I say it is.
she is furious from this. Like you can clearly tell that she is pissed at Torgir now. Not visibly wounded. She's getting close.
Well, I am going to move over here.
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah, so that is your turn?
Yes.
Okay. Rook's turn then.
So do we have advantage because she's prone?
You do have
Yes.
advantage, yeah. You could
Oh,
also, if
okay.
you wanted to, you could move around to flank her. You could go like around here, and she does have reach, so it wouldn't even trigger an attack of opportunity.
Okay. Well, first I'm going to shout at Landor, because now he's the only one that understands me. Shoal didn't die just so your brother can give up and get taken by her. And I'm gonna move to flank her and attack.
Okay.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Oh.
That's a lot of damage.
You know what? Let's go. All right. Next one.
It's a hit. It's not a crit,
Okay.
but it is a hit.
Oh, still a lot.
Oh, fuck. Okay. 22 from the first one. Okay, I'm just doing these one at a time.
How are you getting 22?
Oh, it's just 20, you're right. Yeah.
16. Yeah.
The first. And then the second one is 23?
23, yeah.
Yeah.
43 total.
So, you do actually see that she's visibly wounded, as you basically have just started. But really, it's from Rook here. The hits he got before, where he did like 35 damage last turn. Now he comes in here and just starts fucking like hacking at her armor so much that you actually see like this is plate armor, right? And it's big plate armor for a half giant, essentially. Whatever she is, and it like literally like hacks. You actually get like a big dent with the first hit, and the second one just slices in, and you actually see like you hit her chest through the plate, broken through at one point. And she is now extremely angry. However, as soon as she falls below half health, you see she like mutters a prayer, and her eyes start to glow, and she chants out and says, "From the gods, they grant me strength."
Phase 2, baby.
And you hear her. You hear chanting from the castle. Looking up at the castle up top, you see that there's a whole line of like war priests, and they're all chanting as they look down. And her eyes start to glow, and then her whole body starts to glow with a golden light.
We have advantage against her on her attacks now.
No,
She's glowing.
it's not that
She's
type
glowing.
of. It's not that type of glow. So she's then going to use. Is that all that Rook does?
That's all that I do. Yeah.
She's going to use her legendary action to get up. Actually, it does take half of her movement speed, so 30, because fly speed, right? 30 fly speed to just stand up. Then she's going to fly 30 feet up.
Wow.
So there's like a 20-foot gap between the top of her head, or the bottom of her body, and you guys, or whatever. So, but yeah, she goes 30 feet up. Adric's turn now. She's flying. She seems like she no longer is super interested in capture.
Oh no.
Gee, I wonder why. There's like literally nothing I can do that will practically work. Like, sure, I could frostbite. That's a con save. Shield. God, fuckers.
You did this. I'd like to remind you that you did this.
I didn't think you'd consider this. Alright, well, Adric will get in front of his brother and prepare to cast Primal Savagery if she gets close enough.
Okay. Sounds good. She, I mean, she has a legendary action left, but what she's gonna do, she'll just use it to actually... Yeah, she will use it. What she's gonna do with her legendary action here, she uses the same movement thing, but instead of like flying straight up, she flies like another, few feet up, so that she's essentially... Actually, no, you know what she's gonna do? She flies until she's directly above Rook and Torgir.
No.
She's about...
Alright.
She's about 20 feet above them.
Well, no, she's gonna fart.
So, she makes sure she has 20 feet, and now it's her turn. And of course I'm doing that so that she can even do her charge. And she's basically gonna dive bomb. Ooh, who does she want to dive bomb more? Let's see. So, Rook has just been...
Torgir.
Yeah, so I was going to say, so it's interesting, because Rook has been the one walloping her, actually dealing a significant amount of harm to her. But Torgir is the one who has humiliated her, first by freezing her out of the air, then shocking her face as she was on the ground. Even though he hasn't damaged her as much, she's pissed at Torgir. She flies down, and she's gonna try to charge into the top of Torgir's head, basically.
Rook activates his trap card. She has ancestral protectors against her,
Oh,
so she has
fucking-
disadvantage against
Oh,
Torgir.
fuck. You're right. I forgot about that. Because you're raging. That's the. I forgot about that. Like, your rage has that additional benefit. Fuck. Okay, yeah. So she charges. She's blinded by her rage almost. Charges down at Torgir.
Oh, that'll hit.
And unfortunately, will still hit.
I tried.
She does
but-
need to roll a nat 1.
But
But
you-
you
Yeah.
doubled my chance of not getting hit.
It's true.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry. I gotta describe the second part, which is that as she reaches the end of like the charge, this glow kind of coalesces on the end of the Voulge, and so it will do extra radiant damage as it slashes into you.
Alright, well, I'm unconscious again.
Not dead though.
He's
You're
not
not
dead.
dead.
Uh,
Not dead.
As I am thrust beyond the brink, I'm just going to quietly say, "You should just run. That's all you're good for."
Damn.
Also, Kragox, she would be in range of your primal savagery if you wanted to.
So you said it looks like she's not taking prisoners anymore.
Now roll me an insight check right now. Actually, well, I guess yeah. Like, you don't need to do an insight. She's clearly. Actually, I will have you roll me an insight check. Just Adric though, because the rest of you are all like extremely probably like mind flooded and just fucked up, right?
Yeah,
Adric is the
everyone
only.
else is like, everyone else is mostly dead and trying to fight actively. I'm sitting there trying to
Yeah.
get her just to go away with me.
So Adric, I want you can roll an insight check. Yeah. Let's see what. It's clear that she. You're not exactly sure what she's going to do, but it definitely doesn't seem like she's just gonna walk away with you at this point. That's clear.
Adric will just start cursing in giant, and I guess he'll swing.
Okay, yeah.
Not cursing like battle cries, just like literally mad at everyone.
I just fuck. Yeah.
Fuck this shit.
Okay.
Nope.
Not a hit, unfortunately, but yeah. Okay, Drake. If you want,
Yeah.
if you're trying to intimidate her, as you're going down, you can roll me an intimidation check. I'll let you do this one with advantage.
I mean, what do you? I don't think I'm very intimidating.
Okay. I think that's fair.
It's more like provocation, so it'd
Yeah,
be,
I guess
Yeah.
that's true. Are you
it would be
trying?
like
Are you trying to provoke her?
I'm just calling it as I see it.
Okay.
yeah, it's more like a performance. Well, if he's just like being honest, I guess it's just
Let's
however she
see.
decides to take it.
I'm gonna see how wise is she. Okay. So Rook actually can tell that it looks like she's about to, like when Torgir says these parting words as he goes down again, she looks like she's about to pick up her Voulge and just slam it into his down body. But she kind of like hesitates, thinks about it, realizes there's bigger threats, and turns to Rook instead. So unfortunately, she will swing at you now. Not a, it was a natural 19, not a crit, but actually
Okay.
really bad damage.
That 8 plus 5, right?
Yeah, 8 plus 5. You're still up then, aren't you?
Yep, I have 1.
Yeah, so she barely up. She just like fuck it. Just like at this point, she's clearly getting worn out, tired. She slashes, and she will. She's actually surprised that you managed to take this hit. As yeah, she gets a good slash, but you're just standing strong. This radiant like energy comes flooding into your body as well, burning.
Mhm.
But she kind of like looks around at all of you, and she's actually gonna fly straight up in the air again. She goes. She used 30 feet to get down to you, or 20 to move down. She's gonna move up 40. You would get an opportunity attack if you want.
Yes, please.
So would
Thank
Adric.
you. Okay. Oh no, I don't have advantage. Fuck.
It would just be the 9 then, unfortunately.
Adric will not swing. It
Okay.
would only serve as provocation, considering I'm unarmed right now.
Yeah. So she flies up 40 feet into the air. It looks like you guys will all be able to tell. It looks like she kind of like hovers up there. Looks like she is considering whether she wants to keep fighting or not. Landor's turn.
Okay, I'm gonna get on top of this thing.
Okay.
Will this put me within 30 feet of her?
Yeah, I would say it's probably 10 feet up, and she's 40 up, so that is barely within 30. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna take a guzzle.
He's guzzling.
I know what you're
I'm
doing.
guzzling.
Okay.
And then a stream of fire shoots out of my mouth. I'd like you to make a dex saving throw.
That is her worst save. Oh god. So
You revealed it to
I
us.
know. I did. So yeah.
Now
so
I'm taking advantage of it.
so yeah. So you chugged it.
Not that it's very good.
Landor just chugs the potion, and then just goes like, "Rah!" And a breath of fire comes out. She fails. That's honestly not bad.
Nice.
Like, it's not a ton, but she's already hurt. She's still alive. She still has plenty left, but like every hit is making her is getting her more and more hurt, obviously. So yeah, she as she kind of like scowls as you burn the like underside of her legs and everything,
Yeah, and then I'll move back down here.
hop back down. Yeah. Okay.
Get behind the cover of whatever this thing is again.
Torgir, your turn. For
All right. So, I am going to use my Tides of Chaos
Okay.
to give myself advantage on the death saving throw.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's see if this does it work.
I swear to God, if
No.
he stands up and
All right.
after.
Yeah, it's like you got a 20 and then just blasted at her again.
That was the plan.
Yeah, that was the hope. Yeah. Unfortunately, I mean, you get the save instead of the fail. So,
Yeah.
then that brings us to okay. Well, she's not going to use her bonus or her legendary actions. She's still hovering at 40 feet up. Rook, your turn.
All right, Rook, previously confident that we'd be able to take her down, is in a bad spot right now. He's on death's door.
Yeah, 1 HP.
So yeah, he thinks the best decision is to back up, gather himself a little bit. He's gonna go right here.
Okay. Yeah, around the other side of the
Okay.
building.
Yeah, a
Alright.
little bit of cover,
Yeah.
She flies, but whatever, I guess. But he's gonna limply try to throw a javelin at her. I get disadvantage because she's high up,
40
right?
feet, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you climbed over.
Yeah, if you wanted to climb up on the roof and then throw one as you're going.
I don't know. Sure, all right.
Okay.
You might as well.
Every advantage I can get, all right. Oh,
Yeah, that is a hit.
there you go. Oh, that's good too.
It's pretty. Yeah, I don't think you get the rage on ranged attacks. I don't remember. But
No, I don't.
Either
No.
way, it's still a decent amount of damage, honestly, and she's pretty fucking pissed.
Yeah.
Is that all you do?
That's all I do.
She looks like she was about to like maybe like lift off and go to the castle, like actually get out of here. She like looks down, scans, see where Rook is, takes her Voulge, lines it up, throws the Voulge at him.
Miss.
And it's
Wait, does she get disadvantage because it's more than 30?
yeah, I will say she gets
Okay.
disadvantage.
All right.
Half
Shit.
cover?
And half cover.
It doesn't
I'll
matter
give you.
much.
I'll
She
give
has
you
to roll
half.
a natty 1.
Well, half cover gives you a +2 to your AC, so
Okay, alright.
she's disadvantaged, and you have a +2 because the angle's a little kind of, there's a little bit of cover. She's still
Bruh.
good. She's still gonna
Are you
hit.
fucking serious?
And the Voulge literally.
27, I mean.
The Voulge, like it's a big old javelin or a spear, right? Just goes thunk, right, thudding into your shoulder or something.
I can tell you right now, I'm down.
Yeah, and just like you see radiant energy go all over him, and the damage itself, he's just bleeding everywhere. Rook is just bleeding everywhere. And it just goes boom, like a hot dog shooter into Rook. But that her weapon is now on the ground, and she looks like she doesn't intend to come get it.
Nice.
Adric, your turn. Oh, I need to move the. I just realized I've been covering things up. Yeah, it's fine. So what would Adric do? It's clear that she intends to leave at this point.
She gonna leave her weapon?
Yeah, it seems like she just wanted to get one. It's almost like the fact that he hit her was so embarrassing that she couldn't leave without one final hit. So she.
Come on, you got to provoke. There's only one reason she'd be leaving.
Thing is, it's not like I can bring her back down.
Yeah, I mean you could. She has a turn.
Turn into a squirrel. go up there.
You know what? I'll go over, grab the weapon, and chuck it back at her.
No, what about that?
Okay, it's
I can't heal you. I can only stabilize you. You're out either way.
So
No,
it is
the weapon.
it is a +1 weapon, but other than that, it'll work just like a javelin or whatever. The damage will be different if you do manage to hit, but you will have disadvantage. So
I don't even know if I'm proficient in what I'm throwing.
I mean, we'll say it's acting
Let's
like
see,
a spear or a
I'm
javelin.
proficient in club, dagger, dart, javelin.
Okay, yeah.
It's just a big dart.
If you're proficient in javelin, that'll count here. Yeah.
All right, so do I? Here, I'll just throw my spear.
Okay. Yeah, and then just add 1. It'll just be 1 higher than that as far as the attack roll.
So it's one-handed when you throw it. Not that the damage matters.
Oh! Yo! Okay.
Oh, let's go.
So it won't, oh god. Okay, here's what I'll say. So it won't do, as much damage as when she's wielding it, right? But it will be a D10, which is going to be the base for it, +1, because it's enchanted, plus your strength, plus...
Is it still radiant?
It is still radiant. So you could just type...
My God.
So just you could just fill in the blanks. I'll let you just manually, and it'll all be doubled. So you could, the dice would be doubled. Fuck.
All right, so that's the base there.
Yeah, that's the base, and I'll let you,
All right, I'll figure this out. So that's
Yeah.
I'll segment this.
Yeah, you can do it separate.
2d10, and let's see,
Fuck, you
+1
got
for
it.
the magic. I'll do that part there.
Yeah. Okay.
Then it's 4d6.
4d6 radiant.
And I'll add my 1 for my strength.
Okay. Yep.
So
Both with you. So
26 total.
She's not dead, but that looks like, I'll just let you know, that brought her down basically to half of what she had before, roughly. So she is looking pretty rough. One more hit like that would not be good for her.
Let's see. Does my brother have javelins or anything?
Nothing that would do that.
I guess the other question is, did it stick it in her body or fall back down to the ground?
Yeah. Oh, let's say I'm gonna say, since it's a crit,
Or did it blast straight through?
No, I'm gonna say it's stuck in her body.
Oh.
I don't know, a crit. That sounds like it blasted straight through.
Just went from, yes, her weapon is lying right beside me, to now it's stuck in her body and going away.
Maybe she'll fling it down again. She does have another legendary action.
All right. I guess.
I mean, that's pretty insulting.
I guess
to be
it-
hit with your own weapon.
It
I
is
guess if we're
actually.
doing this, I will in giant say, I guess I can use your weapon better than you.
Oh.
Hold on. You don't even have to roll. I just have to figure out if she's. I just have to figure out if she's wise enough to resist the temptation. Okay, I know what she'll do. But is that all you do?
Yeah, just standing
Okay.
there. Still don't have my shield or anything, so.
So she
Swear to
she
God, she crits me dead.
she is actually going. Oh fuck. Okay. Oh, I gotta think about this.
This is the dumbest combat I've ever been part of.
We're actually almost doing it though.
I was doing that one to see is she gonna be. Oh god. Fuck. I gotta think. I have to think of what she would actually do here. She glances at Adric, then glances down directly below here where Torgir is laying. Does Adric say anything? He sees this.
If you're that cowardly, go ahead.
Okay. Roll me either
Yo,
persuasion
that's the trigger word.
or performance. I'll let you choose.
Persuasion or performance?
Yeah, it's like Back to the Future. You chicken.
1 or 1? 1. 2.
Oh.
She is not. She is literally just blinded by her rage. At this point, she just wants to try to inflict as much pain as possible. She flings her Voulge down directly to try to impale Torgir with it.
Yeah.
Alright, so.
It will
it'll be-
disadvantage.
I was gonna say disadvantage because he's prone, right?
Well, and she's too far up.
Double disadvantage.
Yeah. And
So it'll be only one death save fail since she's
it is
way up.
ranged. Yeah, that's the other
But it
thing.
might just instantly kill him if she does enough
It
damage.
could just instantly kill him though. Yeah, so like literally she rips out the thing out of her body. You know, I'll even be generous. I'll say you could roll an extra d6 damage there, Kragox. Because you got the crit. We'll say, since I'm letting her stick into her and then use it again, you know, I'll let you get a little bit. Oh god, Jesus. Okay, she's fine.
Don't disavow yourself up there, jeez.
Yeah, she just rips it out like she doesn't give a shit and just goes. Whoo, tries to thud it right down into Torgir. It will hit.
Yeah.
He's fine though. I mean, it's
He's
still hurt.
fine.
I mean, that's 2 fails.
No,
Actually,
it's only one because it's I think it's only a crit if it's within 5 feet, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So it's still it's still
Yeah,
not.
you're
good.
right. You're right.
It's still not good, but no, it's only one fail instantly.
That's fine. Honestly, I could take a couple more of those.
I mean, yeah, literally a couple, but yeah. No, it literally does impale him, not through like any vital organs, but it does go through like his left flank, right? It like, you know, and he's already unconscious, but yeah. It's then her turn. She dashes up. She's leaving. She dashes, so she goes another 120 feet away. She's 160 feet away from you guys, basically at the entrance to her castle, which it has moved a little further, though, so. Unless you have anything that can hit her at 160 feet.
Definitely not.
Okay.
Throw your frying pan like a frisbee.
We will stay in
Uh.
initiative just because we do have 2 boys down. So.
Yeah.
Yep, Lander, your turn.
I don't have anything that will hit 160 feet,
Yeah.
but I do have another greater healing potion.
Okay, there you go.
And I know somebody who might. He's back up, baby!
Yeah, so
Let's
you,
go.
so you put that down toward your throat.
Good thing the lady's out of reach by now. Jesus.
I like. Livy asked, do you take the Voulge out first, or do you wait till he's conscious?
I take
and
it out first.
Okay. That'd be pretty rude. He comes awake and then he's like, ah, as you like rip it out. No. All right, so yeah, so Torgear is gonna be fine.
How many HPs do I get?
Oh, I don't know. Don't make me roll this stuff.
Yeah, 44 plus 4.
10.
Oh, God.
Bruh.
Oh, that's a bad roll. But yeah, all right. Torgear's up, actually, if he wants to do anything.
All right, so I am going to stand up using half my movement.
Yep. Do you have anything that could hit that far?
No, but I have stuff that could hit within visible distance of that far.
Wait. I did that, but I'm also going to just like move Torgear towards. I'm gonna lift him in the air.
Okay.
Yeah?
I mean,
And
sure,
run
but that
with
doesn't.
him.
Honestly, that's
That
fine.
doesn't really help.
He's Simbaying him.
I'm running with Torgear in my hands, held to
Like-
the sky.
The most that you'd gain is like 15 from like 10 up, and then
Yeah.
maybe get closer.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you'd be like, we'll say you're 100. What was it? 160. You're 140 now. I'll be generous.
Yeah, now it's Torgear's turn. Move within that
Alright.
120. I know you can do something at that.
Struck him like a baseball through the air.
All right, let me check something real quick.
High jump.
Yeah, 5e jumping.
I don't think you can go any
I-
further than your movement, right? Like,
Well, I'm pretty sure it's like just your strength score.
yeah, but I don't think it
Yeah.
like gives you extra movement. Like, it still is only up to your maximum amount, I'm pretty sure. I don't remember, but
You
it's-
can leap into the air a number of feet equal to 3 plus your strength modifier, so 2 feet.
That's 5 feet. Or your strength modifier is negative. Never mind. I misread that.
Yeah.
yeah, each foot. Each
and
foot.
that's if you move at least 10 feet on foot immediately before the jump. If I make a standing high jump, which I suppose this would count as because I didn't move, that would be half that distance, so 1 foot.
Yeah, but at this point, she's moving like diagonal away. So either direction, whichever direction you can go further in is the better one, right? So, yeah, unfortunately,
So I am just going to blast a ray of frost up there,
okay.
60 feet into the air.
Oh my god.
You don't actually have the range for that, right? Like it's.
Yeah, I can blast it 60 feet into the air.
Alright, so you're blasting it at her, but not.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. Well, you just go like, I gotcha. Okay, yeah. I
And I'm just gonna.
mean, you can roll just
Yeah,
to see how
what
scary it is.
What if we double jump? At the end of my turn, I jump into the air.
No, he doesn't
And then
have
at the start of Dreg's turn, he jumps off of my perched hand.
Does Drake even have
It
anything
works.
for 120
That works.
feet?
I have dancing lights.
Okay, it doesn't matter. He can't or like do anything to her.
But we could still perform a sick double jump.
That's true.
We'll say that you like try to thrust him up in the air. He jumps, he blasts, but it's nowhere near hitting.
Alright, and then I fall. How far do I fall?
No,
I'm-
you
I'm
don't.
there.
You're
I'm
good. You're good. You don't fall far enough to take damage.
I didn't realize that you were only going to jump 2 feet, so you barely left my hand.
No, I only jump 1 feet.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize you didn't jump at all.
Yeah. So
Lowest vertical in existence.
yeah. Alright. So yeah, that'll be it for Torgear then, I guess.
But yeah, I am going to shoot a ray of
Yeah.
frost in her general direction.
I will say what you notice is like this display is somewhat intimidating to the bit there was again some more combat going on at like the edges of the village of like these raiders attacking the villagers and the villagers militia holding them off. This battle's been going on in the background. And your own battle's behind that, right? But as like she is falling back, a horn is sounded as well. And your display does help to like get them, these raiders, they start running away, and they're certainly a little intimidated by you guys. Their leader is, whether or not she is necessarily retreating, she is good at like disengaging from this combat. So
What do you mean she's flying away with her guts hanging out of her stomach?
It's
Yeah,
a,
she's
a
retreating, though.
tactical retreat, you know?
Mm,
And she
So-
just left her namesake in the ground as well.
yeah, she left her weapon.
She left the bulge.
Yeah. So that would the clearly the battle has been won, but at great cost, and including Rook here might
Yep,
be at
I'm
an
gonna
even
say.
greater cost. No.
Bruh.
Well, at least it's not a one.
Oh, it could have been bad.
Alright,
Yep.
Adric's turn.
Adric will give a big sigh and try and stop this boy's bleeding.
Yeah, grab some herbs, shove them in his wounds, like.
Alright, Rook's gonna whisper, we could have won if you just attacked her.
But so yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, Rook doesn't know that he did attack her.
Rook is stabilized. He is unconscious, at least for now, and but he is stabilized. I mean, Adrix is not a field medic, but he is like an herbalist to some extent, and he knows like wounds. Adric is like, how the fuck is this guy alive? Like, it looks like, or it looks like
He
Rook,
briefly thought about moving him, but he's like, okay, no. He just
Yeah.
puts him
Rook
in
is-
order as best he can and like make sure
Yeah.
there's no one
Rook
around.
has lost like multiple pints of blood that are just on the ground everywhere. Oh god. So,
yeah, he like
Yeah, I will
first,
probably
not expecting it to work.
I'll probably motion to like Xena to go over there.
Xena is like collapsed. She has used all of her magic. So yeah.
And
Why did we even keep you here?
she did also get pancaked by you.
Yeah.
Well,
She-
technically
the,
she healed
the other
after
thing is
that.
she was also in combat before you guys even arrived. She used magic then too. So yeah, so
Worst part is I know this dumb fuck's gonna blame my character for it. For Shoal dying. Despite him dying before I stopped fighting.
So as Hilda is leaving, she like screams, she like yells back as she finishes retreating, and she says, "Yeah, no, she says we will meet again." And then she continues on to her castle.
Yelling as loud as I can, which is not particularly loud at this point, I will say, yeah, hopefully you'll be a bit stronger then.
Yeah, and yeah,
You can't make it quieter.
the castle, the castle begins to move away with her on it, and yeah, so
We did it, brother.
looking around, this victory has for the town here has come at a great cost. There are dozens of villagers dead around the
Oh, who
town.
cares about that?
These zombies, which now
We did it.
now that you have a little bit more time to react, you can tell these were these were villagers who were instantly zombified by that shaman. More than that, yeah, you see the dead chieftain here in his human form, but just sprawled out, the marks still covering his body. And the captain is like clutching what is probably broken ribs, just like laying on the ground. Shoal's body, there, separated from his head.
Yeah, I guess Adric will just, at his brother being happy about the victory, he'll just look his brother over to make sure he's not dying, and kind of wander
No, I
off.
mean, honestly, I feel pretty great.
Well, yeah, he labors,
Yeah, Adric will probably wander over to the captain and tend to him.
I'm high on whatever adrenaline Xena
Yeah.
pumped into me.
Yeah, you'll probably be feeling a couple broken things later on as well.
Yeah, and yeah, so,
I'm just gonna sit down and lean against this little building.
yeah, and I don't know. So, are you guys gonna heal up Rook at all, or is he just gonna have to stay unconscious for an
I
hour or
can't
two?
heal.
Okay.
No, none of us can heal.
Yeah.
him.
I'm literally.
Wait. I have a lesser healing potion on me.
Okay. If you guys wanted to get him up now, It's up to you guys if you would use that resource or not. Otherwise, it'll just be a few hours till he wakes up.
I'll say Adric noticed it when he was tending to him.
Yeah.
Saw that he wasn't going to die and just left it on him.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
To be fair, yeah. So, all right. So, Tart, the way this works, if you want to roll it, it's just a D4, and that's how many hours you're out for.
Okay.
So. Nice. 2 hours. Yeah.
And it is expressly to, since it looks like the combat's done. He doesn't want this boy awake while the castle's still in sight.
Rook's just gonna run after it. Oh god. No.
Yeah. We'll probably like take any of the injured people from what was the battle outside of our group, and just like try to bunker them in one of these buildings.
Oh yeah, the villagers, like their militiamen and women are also doing the same, right? They don't know if maybe this is only the first wave, right? So they are busy getting people into safe places, and also then like the gate that was busted through, they are like trying to just quickly get up in working order, stuff like that, right? And no one really like is gonna come up to you guys, it seems, because they are all busy working on that, right? Their own shit is the village got fucked up just like you guys did. So after about so the captain would also probably literally just pass out from the pain. He's clearly fine. He's just also going to be out for a couple hours. Xena basically collapses from exhaustion. Basically, we'll just say that you guys probably all just take a little bit, and we'll just wait till Rook wakes up to have any discussion.
So what you're saying is a short rest.
You can get a short rest, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, except Rook, because he's unconscious. But the rest of you, if you wanted to get the benefits of a short rest, yeah.
How many hit die is that?
I mean, how many do you have? You can use
as many as you have.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you use any before, though? Because, that's the only thing.
Whoa.
That's nice. Yeah.
Good roll.
Yeah. And yeah, it makes sense
Good
that your
roll.
characters would patch up in case the castle comes back. I'll let you know, it's not going to, but it's still smart to do. And your characters would definitely be doing that.
Ooh, another good roll.
So yeah. After you rest up a bit, and you might try to talk to the captain, but he just goes like, ugh, and he's like, give me a bit. I would say you would have extra time after the short rest before Rook wakes up when he comes to. You would notice that you'd probably start doing some body counts, right, of the crew members that were here, because you did see as you were coming into the village and scouting out ahead that there were actually a good maybe dozen or so of the crew out of your crew of 35-40. A good third of them were in the village here, and unfortunately most of them are dead. They seem to be fighting on the front lines. There's maybe 3 or 4 surviving crew members from the group that's here. Plus the captain, and then Xena, So, after a couple hours, Rook would finally come to, splitting headaches, splitting pain all over, but you come to with 1 HP. And at this point, someone has covered up Shoal's body with a blanket,
What did they do with the head?
They'd put the head under there, yeah.
Sewed it back on.
Oh god, yeah. No, but
to be fair, we're in a pretty magical wild place. You might be brought back.
What if I pour the bag of water on him? No.
A little too late for that. Rook would be able to. I'm assuming Rook, one of the first things to do would go over the body and do some orcish last rites and stuff.
Yeah, give him a traditional orcish burial, I guess, whatever that is.
He would know that there is maybe one other orc in the crew, but they're not one of the ones here. So, as far as he knows, he's the only one who would know any of these. I guess Landor might be able to help a little bit, but
Yeah,
But-
I mean, I will be there.
Yeah.
And
It's just
at least try to mirror whatever you're doing.
yeah. Or even it's one of those things where like yeah, as Rook is doing it, even just like Landor standing there doing an orcish like some sort of orcish salute. I don't know what that would be, but it would still Rook would notice this definitely. And so yeah, the and then
That's Landor's control.
after a little bit, I'm assuming you would all meet up and talk about things, right? The captain and Zenith.
That was very. That was the closest I've ever come to dying.
More than once.
True.
Oh. You owe me 2 magical great healing potions.
Fuck off.
I just give him a grin.
The captain is he's listening in all this and he's he looks to you and he's like he looks like he's almost in tears. He's a tough guy, but he looks like he's almost in tears. I have more bad news for you. This is not the only attack on our kind. He looks to y'all and he's like, I hope you're ready for more bad news because our troubles. I don't know how you survived that fight, but our troubles are just beginning. We no longer have our ship, for one.
Well, we can hope that the ship of cowards comes back after they realize they can't pass through.
It's a little more complex than that. When we arrived at the city where we made landfall, it seems that that many of the townsfolk there used us as a scapegoat for recent events in their war. And I have no way of knowing this, but I suspect that some treachery was involved. It seems like their Jarl, as he called himself, egged them on. Made it even sound like you all, when you went to deal with those bandits, he made it sound like you actually were aiding the enemy. And that we were the traitors. There was a riot, and most of our crew was either killed or ran off. The ones you see here, any motions to like the rest of the ones that are in the area, like the 3 or 4 again, right? Not many. We are all that it remains. Maybe a few others who are hiding.
Seems like there's nothing for us here anymore.
He nods.
There never was, really.
He nods and he's like, worse than that. While you saved Xena and I, the old man and my daughter, they were taken before you arrived.
Someone had to be taken.
The old man and my daughter, they were taken just like you were by a griffin. That warrior giant lady, she has them.
Think they'll be tortured.
He
After your display.
After what we did, I'm sure they will be dead.
You can tell that the captain is very not happy with the idea of his daughter being murdered. So,
Well, I mean, he's got to live with it.
yeah, I mean,
Sadly, he's not a captain anymore. What's his first name?
oh god, fuck, what is it? Hold on, I gotta find it. Cause yeah, he hasn't been like an active participant in a while. His name is Einar. That's it, Einar.
I'm gonna say, don't worry, Captain. I'm not done with Hilda yet.
He nods. The captain is like, I don't know what we do. We no longer have a ship. I can't in good faith ask you all to stay here with me. I think myself and whichever crew wish to stay with me, we might stay here and help rebuild this place, at least for a while we regain our strength. I can't ask you all to do the same.
Einar. This is like one of the first times I've called out to him by his actual name.
Yeah, yeah.
You may not be our captain anymore, but you're still a comrade in arms.
He nods and gives a faint smile, right? Obviously, you know, he's gone through a lot of pain, physical and emotional, this day, but and now it's like midnight here, right? The middle of the night, but he still gives a faint smile. He appreciates it, and he would like kind of grab Landor's shoulder and just say, "Thank you."
I do think the best thing for you and the people of this village is that we leave, though.
He nods. He's like, these attackers will probably be back to look for you all. I still don't know what they want, but they clearly targeted us.
They want me, my brother, and for some reason the girl.
Xena nods like she is in agreement.
I would have to imagine she would be a bargaining chip with her people. I doubt they're allied to each other, but
Yeah.
We will not tell you where we go.
He nods. He's like, that's smart. Myself and the rest of the crew, we will stay here, and eventually, if I can, I'll try to find the strength for another crew, or maybe a band of warriors, and maybe we'll try to find the castle at some point. But for now, we must recover. And he nods, and he would, you know, the Xena clearly looks to you all and nods as she's in agreement. She's gonna come
Away
with
with
you guys.
you, vile beggar.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you, Lonnie.
Yeah.
Lonnie, you got
We
the
will-
golden dog.
Here's the golden dog.
Actually, I don't remember which one it is. But yeah, so what was Lander gonna say? Sorry.
Yeah, we will stay the night and leave in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh.
and
Silver Dog.
Silver dog.
oh, it's silver. I think 18 months is gold. Yeah. So yeah, the captain nods, and you'd probably say more goodbyes, obviously, but like, you know,
Yeah.
we don't have to get into all that. As it seems like you guys are probably going to be moving on then. After
Yeah.
having
Parting words or something, you know. I look forward to our reunion. You know, encouraging words, saying that we are both going to stay alive.
yeah.
yeah, promising to get his daughter if we get to the castle first. Something like that.
So
if we ever
Could I get one of you to carry me? I'm not sure I can walk.
I picked Torgir up.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's one of those things where after this, I'll have to expand on the blob map a little bit. Because you would be told by the villagers, you would be given like a rough map, or added on to the map you already have. Like, you would find some information. Again, it sounds like the city to the east has made scapegoats out of you, so you'd be at risk if you went back there.
Yeah,
But-
when we're like a safe distance away from the village,
Yeah.
I would suggest to the group that we head straight for the Boorman.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, I mean, that's basically, just straight west and a little south. What
At
you
this
would...
point, they might be more civil than the humans.
As I was gonna say, hey, I'm sure the map says do not enter. Boormen are deadly because
Handsome.
they are trying to fight the exact people who are trying to fight us.
Yeah,
It says deadly handsome as well, so.
Oh, wait, hold on. Just to give you an idea, like throughout there is a range of mountains kind of along here, but there are gaps and passes through it that you would be told about, and basically everything east of those mountains is like forests and hills, like you guys have been going through, right? And towards the coast, maybe some swamps here and there. But if you you would be told that if you and most of the kingdoms on the eastern end of the continent are human. Once you kind of cross over into past the mountain range, it's still roughly the same terrain, but there start to be more kind of like open valleys and stuff. And those areas are very fertile, but also constantly torn apart by war, because you would find out that the further into the continent you go, the more there are of dwarven-ruled cities and elven-ruled cities. And the elves and the dwarves, as well as the humans of those areas, tend to be much more warlike, because they have warred with each other for so much that they're forced to be. In fact, you would be told rumors about how, like, some of these dwarven cities to the west are like basically entire cities of slaves ruled over by dwarven masters. And same with some of the elven cities. And even one or two of the human cities. It seems like the groups there rule with iron fists.
Guess
So-
we're gonna become survivalists.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like the Boormen are the most civilized people here, so.
Yeah,
Do the Boormen take slaves?
You would be told that the Boormen also take slaves, but more often than not, they just raid people and destroy entire villages and valleys.
Sounds like
My
us.
kind of people.
Yeah, the
Sounds like where we fit in.
the Boormen themselves, you would actually hear rumors from the villagers. They because again, some of the villagers, when you tell them that you're leaving, they'd be like giving you advice, right, stuff like this, and they would say, for instance, like they would tell you that this area there is actually a kingdom of Boormen. Boormen exist across the whole continent in groups of raiders, normally numbering between maybe 10 and 30, right? Small packs of Boormen who basically just roll into an area, raise the shit out of it, and stuff like that. They are more friendly with the dwarves, and that's what they end up trading a lot of their loot to, right? Because they take all the extra goods, and some of it they don't have use for, so they trade it to like dwarves.
So they probably know Dwarven.
Yeah, that's the most likely out of anything, right? So they sometimes trade with some groups of humans, some groups of elves, but dwarves are their main partners,
We don't know the local human speak anyway.
Yeah, and
True.
but yeah,
Dwarven.
the rumor is that apparently this area to the southwest, which has always been very heavily Boormen populated. Supposedly, in the past several decades or maybe 100 years, there's been rumors that they've actually been building up their kingdom here. A kingdom of Boormen that is apparently expanding now. So, this is all stuff you would learn, and it is up to you guys what you do with this. Either way, it seems like you've realized you have to be moving on out of here, one way or another.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I'm ready for the long haul. For
Are
the
you
Boormen.
downloading something right now?
me? No.
Robotic.
No, Troy.
Oh,
Troy
yeah.
Auto.
yeah.
Oh, no, I'm not.
Oh, Minkus. But yeah, that's okay, because this is actually where we're gonna wrap up the session. This is a good spot. I think you guys have earned a level up. You literally fought.
Let's go.
Yeah, because even though it's only
Yeah.
been 2 sessions since the last level up to go from 5 to 6, but in those 2 sessions, you fought and killed Sten the Brute, which was a huge brawl against a very tough enemy, and then you fought off Hilda the Voulge. doing more damage than I even expected you to at the end. So even though you didn't kill her, you did win that encounter. So
What was her health?
she was at like 30 at the end. Yeah.
I
It was
could
like
have taken her.
Pretty good.
she was at 27 specifically.
So
Literally,
if I got one more fire breath, I could have done it.
Potentially, yeah. But yeah, she was.
If I had one high level spell
No.
slot left, I could have just ended it, dude.
Yeah. To be
No,
fair,
I had no resources when we started that encounter.
yeah.
Like,
To be
let's say I had if I had a second level spell slot, I could have heat metaled her armor.
Yeah. To be fair, she will. She would have. If you had done more damage early on, she probably would have ran quicker too, right? She was
Yeah.
kind of measuring up your abilities, and two of you were down at the end, so she knew she wasn't in that much danger. Yeah, you do have her Voulge as well.
Yeah, is Rook gonna want to use that as like an atonement thing until he kills her with it or something?
what kind of stats would I get with it?
It would be.
And does anyone else also want it?
I was gonna say I don't know if Kregox could maybe use it as a staff.
The thing is, I'm not a strength character, so sure I could use it,
It would be like the
and
equivalent
it would be an
of
improvement
a...
over my spear. But
Yeah.
assuming it can be treated as a spear, because I am not proficient with pole arms.
I was gonna say that it would be like a halberd. It would be a halberd. It's
Yeah,
basically
so
just
I
a
wouldn't be
reach.
able to use it for other than throwing.
Yeah. So, and I don't know what it does, but it's not going to be like, for her it was just +1, and, then she buffed it with her own magics, but that's different. That's not inherent to the weapon. So, I'll figure out what it does. It's probably going to be about on par with your greatsword. Maybe slightly better.
Okay.
We'll see. So,
My greatsword does 2d6 plus 4.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
advantage of the
Plus the
halberd is
psychic,
you would have
Yeah,
reach.
plus psychic.
Yeah,
It does-
the plus psychic makes your sword like quite good.
it is quite good, yeah. Yeah, it would have reach is the one, like Kragox said, that's one benefit. You would be able to hit from 10 feet away instead of 5. So that's one benefit.
Okay. Oh wow. 2 squares.
Yeah, it's definitely a plus one.
It does mean that your like reaction or like your
Yeah.
Yeah,
the-
realistically,
yeah,
sword's
reaction,
probably better. But
I would say
would also be 10 feet.
I would
Oh,
probably,
okay. Never mind. Nice. Wow. It's a big bubble.
I would,
Well, like they would have to leave 10 feet of you. Like if they
Yeah.
move
Yeah.
out
You
of
can cover-
the 5
yeah,
feet
you
within
have to leave the maximum range that an enemy melee has.
Mhm.
yeah, that's the other thing. You could also
Which
just have it on
can
your
be
back,
good.
in case you need range or something, or reach, Yeah, because like the
It does
benefit
allow
is
you to dip in, hit, and get away from normal targets without
exactly.
True.
provoking.
There could be situations as well if you're in like a corridor, you have someone up front, and you could actually like jab by them possibly without putting yourself in danger. So
But
you
yeah.
know,
That said, if Landor doesn't want it, I don't know.
here's what I'm thinking for the stats on it. It'll probably, if you want to add it, it will be it's basically a reskinned halberd. It's just that, so it'd be like a +1 halberd basically. Except I'm gonna say that also, since it's bigger and stuff, I'm gonna say it's actually a D12 instead of a D10. So a slightly higher damage die. Yeah, so D12 instead of a D10 and +1.
Probably hard to wield if you're medium.
I'd say it's probably also
I was
heavy.
gonna say you
yeah.
definitely have to two-hand it. I'm sure, right?
Yeah, it is two-handed. It's probably also got the heavy property, which a normal one doesn't.
Well,
but
yeah,
that's not a big deal.
Halberd
It-
plus
it-
one has heavy property on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay,
a default
Yeah.
halberd is very long. It's already heavy.
yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it
So
would
this
be.
thing's
It was-
probably like the thing's probably like 12 foot long
It's
and weighs
yeah.
50 pounds.
It's more of like a pike or something than a lance, which
Hmm.
are also actually weapons. But yeah, we'll say it's a halberd, but it does D12, or it's reskinned halberd essentially. The D12.
So 1d12 plus
one
anything.
D12
or-
plus your strength plus
Plus my strength.
+1 from being in a +1 weapon.
All right. So theoretically, if it's for a creature that's one size up, stuff generally gets 4 times heavier and like twice as tall. So
It's probably.
It's not
the
worth it
default
for
is
me.
6,
So
it'd be 4 times heavier, so it'd be 24 pounds.
Yeah, it's like. Yeah,
I was,
it's
I was
it's
gonna
about
say
20 pounds.
regardless, I think just your sword is much better.
it is, yeah.
Yeah.
That plus D6 on the psychic is very good. Yeah.
Yeah, you also
Yeah.
get +1 from Elbagon's
Oh.
blessing. Exactly.
Yeah. If anyone
I
else wants
got-
it, go ahead.
I got a pretty good ability.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd have to be Landor using it if he wants a
Yeah, I mean, I'll keep it on my
two-handed
back.
option.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the other thing. If you guys want to roll for HP, we can do that now, since we are ending a little earlier than normal.
Yeah, that's a good point. I should do that
If
so
you
I don't
wanna-
forget to increase my
If you
HP.
want to roll, you don't have to roll, you know?
Yeah, after all.
I'm
You have to
rolling.
roll.
Okay. Let's see what you roll. Let's see.
All right. Okay. Okay. Ready?
Not bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Could be
well,
worse. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
middling, you know?
so
And
that's
then
fine.
remember, you also, I don't remember if it automatically adds, you also get the con modifier as well.
Yeah, I'm doing it from my actual level.
It auto adds.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Unfortunately.
That is unfortunate.
Tart, how much HP do you have now?
I have 61.
I have 57.
Okay.
How much do you have, Tart?
61.
You're catching up.
Yeah, I'm 63.
Slowly.
Yeah. So. Yeah, at some
I
point,
get
I guess.
something. I get. Sorry, I'm just
No, you're
thinking myself. I get something with my path. And you look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what I get at level 6, honestly.
I get the ability to, as a reaction, give people a bonus or a penalty.
That's pretty good, yeah. Yeah, that's nice. That actually makes a lot of sense, yeah, and especially that again, like wild magic sorcery is like what a lot of people in this part of the world do as well, right? Basically, just because the magics of this part of the world are so like untamed.
Oh.
It did not add it automatically.
Oh, it did. Oh, to your token, or
No. To my
your
features and traits.
oh, the yeah, it might be because it's not in like the Roll20 compendium or something. So you might just have to copy it from a different place.
All right.
So.
Okay, I get a reaction that I can either add or subtract to some stuff.
Yeah.
That's what I got off level up. I basically read people's star signs for the day.
Yeah. But yeah, so I will by the next time we play, hopefully, ideally, I will have some more I'll have like a more detailed map than this, because right now we're just using a basic blob map. But like, suffice it to say, like, so the Borman's area, you know, there's different kind of like areas of hills and stuff spread throughout. They're kind of actually wedged between a few different mountain ranges in a very forested, thickly forested area. So, but yeah, no, there's we will, you know, again, we'll figure out where exactly you guys are going next time. But yeah, you guys are going to head out into the world. So, yeah, that is where we're going to actually wrap up here. So, are we all good for next week?
As far as
Yeah.
I'm aware.
Yep.
Nice.
Might be. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah, I'll probably want the week after next off, since that's right before my birthday.
Okay.
So I'll
Oh,
probably have company that weekend.
happy
We can play
almost
too.
birthday.
Yeah, that is going to be Alexis. But yeah, no, that's going to do it. What we're going to do...
I gotta pay out.
Oh yeah, pay out the, I guess the believers in the
But
believers
Shoal
in
died,
No
though.
Death. Yeah,
Yeah, but Shoal
Yeah.
isn't a player character.
Oh, okay.
yeah. Next time we can determine if you would do anything special with his body, like any special burial, or we'll figure that out.
I'll
But,
look up traditional orc burials.
Okay, nice. Yeah.
I call scam.
So we'll be live next weekend at on Sunday at 6 p.m. EST, and we're gonna wrap up the stream. I'm gonna host up Ori, who is actually the one who did the artwork for Hilda. So
Oh,
go hang out with Ori, and yeah.
I
bye-bye.
guess she'll be happy to know we didn't kill the
And I was
person she did art for immediately.
I was really
So
hoping
close.
that my wild magic surge was gonna be a fireball.
That'd been good.
That would have definitely
We were
changed
so
the
close.
circumstances midway through.
Yeah. Alright, well, I'm gonna mute us, so say your farewells to chat.
Goodbye.
No.
Goodbye, chat.
Bye, chat.